earn a practical experience in this field? Are there people who offer internships? So yes, definitely there are people who offer internships. So there are companies who do this, and I'm sure from the company where you actually did your certificate course, they should be the you should be contacting them to ask them if they can. So as I told you that our course, we do give that kind of practical experience of working on the projects. And with a translation company with whom you are working, so you can always create your own samples. You can write a blog, and you can write about what you are good at, and that itself can become a good sample and a good portfolio for you. What are the prerequisites for a medical writer? What qualifications and skills? So when I presented the presentation, so I had kind of covered this. So just to reiterate, what are the prerequisites of a medical writer? So preferably from a life sciences or a medical background. Then good analytical skills, good literature search, biostatistical knowledge, and some data analysis. What should be there? And also like the skills of working on Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and how are we presenting. Then the technology, like I just mentioned about Viva Promomad platform, so that's something. So all these, so when I look at a CV, if somebody reaches out to me, and if they have done some work, especially what we are looking for, so that CV kind of stands out in the pile of other CVs. For enhancing patient awareness, verified information on digital media by professional also play a key role. What is medical writer's role here? So patient awareness, obviously the writer's role would be to check that the evidence what is being presented in these patient awareness documents is correct, and it is not communicating something which is not the main objective of the product. That's one. Number two is whether all the guidelines which have to be followed are properly followed. And after that, it is so who is actually going to be reading it? So if it is patients who are reading it, so what is the level of understanding of that patient? And then your communication and your document actually is created around that understanding of your audience. I already have 5 years of experience in healthcare and clinical research. Is it possible for me now to switch into medical writing? How will it be advantageous for me based on my past experience in healthcare and clinical research? So any type. So there are two parts when I say medical writing as a career. So there are two parts to it. One is that your experience is core medical writing experience, where you have actually worked on documents. The second part of the experience would be industry experience. You might have worked on something which is not pure medical writing, but like what you have just mentioned, your own question. So clinical healthcare. So what exactly have you done in healthcare? It must obviously been something related to the disease, to patients, to doctors, and clinical research analyst. So you would have done some analysis, about clinical trials, about clinical research. This will definitely help you in getting an entry. But let me kind of be very candid here. When you are actually applying for jobs as medical writer, the experience, and if you are going to be kind of you looking at a remuneration which is in higher than your current remuneration, so that is something where you might have to talk to your the hiring company, that whether they are comfortable with it or not. Because if it is an experience which is very relevant to the role, then obviously you get a good raise, you get a good appraisal, and you land up with a job. But if it is not, then that experience. So normally, like, we have our written assignments. So what we do is that the written assignments and the CV, and then the interview what we do, so it's a combination of everything. So suppose you have a good knowledge, but maybe you don't have a good experience of writing, but then your assignment would be good if your basics are right. So when we assess our medical writers in the assignment, it is more from how are you interpreting the information which is provided to you, how are you writing, how is your English, how is your data presentation skills. So those things are what we look at. So those can definitely be, even if you are from a different industry, something similar job if you have done in the past. What are the challenges that could be faced in starting of medical writing career as a fresher and how to overcome them? So Sonalika, this is a very good question. When you start your journey as a medical writer, the one advice what I can give you is that you should know why are you working on the document. That why is very important. If you know the why, if you know why the client has asked you to write it, where is it going, where is it falling in the whole communication plan, there are chances, very less chances, that you will go wrong. So understanding, so you have to, the moment there are writers whom I have seen, the moment they get a document they start writing without dwelling into the pre-writing activities. So that is very important. You should read a lot, you should understand the topic before you actually start writing. That is number one advice what I can give you. In
Can you
case
please
there is anything that you would still want to ask me, you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn.